We are here in the NRJ studio in Stockholm, Sweden,
Live.
and I have no other than Dennis Princewell Stell in the studio.
It is I.
Also known as Mr. Probz.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Wow, you're so welcome. How did you get a name like Princewell?
I really don't know. I was born in Germany, and I even asked my mother the same question, but she couldn't really give me a really clear answer. She was like, because in German, she said that Prince is well. It means like the prince is doing fine, and that really made it even more complicated because I really didn't get what she was trying to say. So I really don't know. It's a mystery.
And then I have a question for you. Why is that not your alias as an artist? Princewell, isn't that amazing?
The idea came a bit late. So now I'm stuck with Mr. Probz, yeah.
It's so cool. You are an actor, you're a rapper.
I tried to be an actor.
Oh yeah, what have you done acting wise?
I done one Dutch movie and it was shit. So
really?
Yeah, it was terrible. I'm really happy this is radio.
Exactly.
So you're not gonna like show like
what's the name? What's the movie called? You don't want to say?
No. Let's not go there.
Okay, well, we'll go there because you are a rapper and singer-songwriter.
I try to be. Yeah.
Yes, and that's mainly why you're here right now in Stockholm. Mm-hmm. And how does it feel like to be called the Dutch 50 Cent?
Why? Because of the thing.
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, but
happened 4 years ago?
I'm nowhere near being a Dutch 50 Cent. It's just like I'm not a gangster rapper or whatever people.
But you've collaborated with him.
Yeah, but that's different though. I sung the hook, like I'm.
Yeah, for Twisted.
I'm a singer now.
Yeah, you're a singer now.
Well, I try to sing, but no, I started out with hip hop rapping and nothing crazy like that. No NWA stuff. Nothing nowhere near that. But I just started, messing around with singing in the hooks. Then I started producing, and now I do just whatever feels right.
So did it start? I hate to bring this up again, but 4 years ago you were unfortunately shot down in Amsterdam.
Indeed, I was.
Yes. Do you want to just talk about that? What happened?
If only I knew. I don't know.
Was it an accident?
Something like that. It was just, I went out with some friends of mine and we bumped into some other people and, it just got out of hand and before I knew I was shot. So,
just like 50 Cent?
No, that's different. I think that's...
He was shot 9 times, right?
Yeah, also.
And he survived.
Yeah, so that's a bit, a bit more intense than whatever happened that night. But for me, I always look at it like I try to look at it in an optimistic kind of way, and the glass is half full, and everything that came out of it, I just try to use it in my advantage, and it made me stronger, I guess. It made me focus on the things that I wanted to do in the future. Exactly,
because a half a year after, I think, or a year and a half after, you started producing your music.
Well, I already produced here and there, but
that's when it took off. You won Best Artist, right?
Yeah.
And the first unsigned artist to win that category, right?
Correct. Yeah.
How did that feel?
It was kind of bittersweet because the year. Well, I'm happy because it's like a public thing as well. People could vote, and for me, like the year before that, I really didn't know who I was. Well, sorta. I knew where I wanted to go, but I couldn't really put myself in the position that I saw myself. That I saw myself in, and that the year before I went to the same award show and it just felt kind of, I just felt like I was an outsider or something. And I was like looking around and looking at all the artists and all the people, and I wasn't sure if that was for me. I even told someone, another artist that I knew, that I wasn't really feeling the vibes that I was getting. But then, a lot of stuff happened in the meantime, and I was like, okay, next year I'm gonna be standing right there, you know, and that's what happened. So.
How did you manage to do that? That's so cool.
Yeah, well, it wasn't all up to me. It was also, you know, like a very fortunate series of events, you know, and something that I don't think you can plan. I put out waves and that was just something just to see how the public would respond to it. That was just to see what kind of feedback I would get putting out a song like that, because before that it was just hip hop, and I did some hooks here and there, but people were like, "Yeah, you got to sing more, you got to sing more." Now they're like, "You got to rap more," but you know, I just put it out there just to see how people would respond to it, and I'm really happy I did.
Yeah, and speaking of waves, it's funny that you say that, and you know why? Because last year you released the song that would become your international breakthrough, and also backed up by our friend, the German DJ Robin Schulz.
Shout out to Robin Schulz.
What's the story behind the success of Waves?
Well, we put the song out, and not long after the song hit the net, you know, like in Holland, it was already going viral, and people were sharing it and talking about it. It was like, I don't know, like 40 in the iTunes chart or something like that. And unfortunately, my house burned down. So I lost everything I had.
What?
Yeah, it was crazy. Like I woke up, flames, and you know, we're shooting.
Did you have a candle lit during the night?
No, it was how you said it, like a short fuse. No,
electricity failure.
Yeah, like a failure. Yeah.
Oh shit.
And I lost everything. And 2 days later, I played the song for the first. I never sung live before. I only rap. You know, I was used to rapping, and I performed the song on a TV show, and I went outside and refreshed iTunes, and it went straight to #1. And after that, it just kept on going. It kept on going. So, okay, the song reached the ceiling in Holland. You know what's crazy? It never went, like, officially #1, but it was like, it broke, like, I don't even know how many records. You know, it was, like, in the charts for, like, a year, you know, and still is, I think.
We still play it here.
Yeah, I'm talking about the original version.
Oh yeah.
So it kind of reached the ceiling, and it couldn't really do much more than it did. And there were like all these remixes and bootlegs popping up, and at a certain point we started getting like emails from labels asking if they can put out this remix that this cat named Robin Schulz put on SoundCloud, and they just kept on sending us these requests, and we were like, okay, there's something going on here, because we keep getting the same request, you know. And then we checked out the bootleg, you know, the bootleg version, and we hit up Robin's people, and we decided to put it out officially with Sony. So,
and that's something you've never regretted since.
I don't regret a lot of things anyway. So, you know. Of course I'm happy, because it changed my life, and not only mine. You know, it changed a lot of people's lives around me as well. So that's only a good thing. You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
So cool. And now, 2014, you're back on the scene.
Yeah.
With your new track.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. Would you like to talk about Nothing Really Matters?
I was talking to a producer, a Dutch producer named Giorgio Tuinvoort. He's like
big up.
Super, yeah, big up. He's like a super crazy talented producer that does a lot of work with well, I'm not gonna name like a whole list of names. Like he's
shout out.
He's really big, and you never see his face, and he doesn't profile himself like that. But like he's like one of the most creative and inspiring producers that I know. And we were just talking on Skype, and he always like teases me with like little parts and bits, and he was just like playing something, and it was like a couple seconds, and I just only heard the first chords, and I was like, what was that? And he's like, yeah, that's something that me and Akon are working on, right? Oh. So he played me the song, and I could hear something, and you know, it was just an idea. It was like a rough idea. It was like completely different from what it is now, and we just sat down. He played a piano, and I was like, let's just make a piano song out of it. You know, let's make a ballad out of it. And I took some of the parts that him and Akon did, and he recorded the piano, took it back home, and then finished the song later. Wrote the rest of the song, and he added some strings to it, and it is what it is now, you know.
Wow. So have you talked to Akon about this during the process?
No, not personally, but that all went through Giorgio, because him and Akon are like, you know, this.
Like close?
Yeah, really close. So.
Do you want to work with Akon more?
Yeah, of course. He's a really, really good writer, and yeah, that I think that could happen.
Anyone else? If you now you can like just dream big. Who do you want to collab with?
Most of the people that I really want to collab with are not here anymore. So,
rest in peace.
Yeah, but you know, I don't have like a super list. I have people that I like. It's more producers, I think, than artists, because you never know if you're gonna meet the artist, if it's gonna connect, you know, if it's gonna click. I can just listen to someone's music and just enjoy it. I don't have to work with that person.
Oh, nice. And then you do your own thing. You get inspired, maybe.
I get inspired, yeah, but I don't have to work with that person, because you never know. You might be like a big fan of someone's music, and then you're like picturing how a studio session would be, and then you're in the studio, and that person is like, you know,
a diva.
Yeah, or, you know, and it doesn't work out. So that would be really disappointing. So I don't really focus on that too much.
Okay, so who inspires you now?
Well, in terms of music, I always get inspired by my own life experiences and the people around me. But in general, you know, I read books. Well, I'll try to read books.
You do?
Yeah, well, I don't have much time anymore, but I used to read a lot of books, and I just get inspired from whatever. Like if it's something authentic, I can tell right away, and then it inspires me, you know, automatically. I don't know. It's really complicated, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. So I just wonder, like, how much pressure do you feel to top your latest hit with this one, the new one? Is that something that goes through your...
Well, I don't, you know, that never happens anyway. You know, like all you can do is try to be as creative as you can and just be satisfied by with the work that you do. That's all that matters. If you're happy with whatever it is that you're putting out there, that's all you need. You don't have to be put in boxes or, you know, manage to have like the same results again. Like that, why? That's one song. That's a whole completely different lane. I'm trying to create new lanes, and if I try to do the same thing over and over, you know, that doesn't work. Well, not nowadays, you know. That's never gonna work.
So what's the new lane for Mr. Probz?
I don't know. I might wake up tomorrow and put out a jazz song or something. I don't know. Like for me, I like to challenge myself, and I don't want to be doing the same thing twice. I don't like that at all.
That sounds good though.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people should try that.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
who you are.
You know who you are.
Exactly.
But it would, you know, it would make the whole music scene right as it is right now just more interesting, instead of trying to hit that home run exactly the way someone else did. You know, it's not fun, you know.
Amen.
It has to,
Amen, brother.
It has to be interesting, and it has to change, you know.
So cool. And to summarize, I don't know if I've said this out loud, but to clarify for you people, you are Dutch.
Yes.
You are from Holland.
Ja, daar ben ik.
Netherlands, exactly. Yes. And I was wondering, like, just to close off, would you like to teach me some Dutch?
Yeah, just say something like
the party's going down tonight or something.
Vanavond gaat het los. Vanavond gaat het los.
Vanavond gaat
het los.
Gaat het los.
Ja.
Vanavond gaat het los. Yes.
Tot ziens.
Tot ziens. Alle, yes. Oh, so cool. Thank you so much, Mr. Probz. And tot ziens.
Tot ziens.
NRJ.